Hey friends, welcome to tonight's relaxing philosophy for sleep. This slow-spoken bedtime gentle narration is designed to help you unwind, clear your mind, and drift into a peaceful night's rest. Picture yourself lying back, your body sinking gently into the mattress as the world outside fades into stillness. The gentle hum of a fan lulls you, and with each breath, you can feel your body relaxing deeper. Now, let's start our journey into the wisdom of the Stoics. Here's the thing, you probably never realized philosophy could lull you to sleep so peacefully, did you? But this is no ordinary bedtime story. This is the quiet wisdom of ancient philosophers, speaking to you softly through time. Let's explore their timeless teachings as we embrace relaxation and deep sleep. So, before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. I'd love to know where you're tuning in from. Go ahead and drop your location and local time in the comments. Now, dim the lights. Maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum. And let's ease into tonight's journey together. You're already familiar with how your mind can run wild at night, right? Thoughts swirling, replaying the events of the day, the worries of tomorrow. But imagine for a moment that you could slow down those thoughts, clear away the mental noise, and welcome sleep not as an enemy, but as a friend. What if, instead of counting sheep, you could count the profound ideas of ancient philosophers and let them gently guide you into a state of peace? The Stoics, ancient thinkers from Greece and Rome, knew the secret. They practiced the art of being present, of focusing on what they could control, and of letting go of the rest. It's an idea that feels simple but carries profound power, especially in today's chaotic world. Imagine yourself lying here, quieting your thoughts by simply focusing on the present. It's in this present moment that the Stoics found their greatest peace. They didn't spend time regretting the past or worrying about the future. They understood that the only time we truly have is now. You probably have a lot of things swirling in your mind right now. Maybe there's something on your to-do list, or a conversation that's still echoing in your head. That's natural. The mind does that. But the Stoics would tell you gently, in their calm, unwavering voices, that all of those thoughts are distractions. They're not real, at least not in the way you think they are. The past is already gone, and the future hasn't happened yet. The only thing that exists, the only thing that matters, is this moment. Right now, you have the chance to breathe, to settle into the present, and let everything else fade into the background. Breathe in, deeply hold it for a moment, and slowly exhale. Let that breath ground you. Inhale again. Feel the cool air fill your lungs, and as you exhale, imagine releasing all of the tension that has built up over the day. With every breath, you can feel your muscles soften, your mind quieting. The Stoics taught us that it's not about banishing every thought, but about recognizing that we don't have to act on them. We can choose not to chase every fleeting idea. Instead, we let those thoughts pass by like clouds drifting across the sky. Let's try that together. With each breath, imagine those racing thoughts becoming lighter and lighter, floating away from you. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." What does that mean for you right now? It means that the moment you lie down in bed, with all of the day's chaos behind you, you have control over how you approach this time. You can choose to let the day's stresses linger in your mind, or you can choose to embrace the calm that's available to you. The choice is yours. Imagine for a moment that every sensation you feel right now, the softness of your blanket, the warmth of the room, The quiet rhythm of your breath is exactly as it should be. Nothing needs to be fixed. Nothing needs to be controlled. All that you need to do is rest in this moment. That's what the Stoics knew. They understood that much of our suffering comes not from the world itself, but from our responses to it. When we learn to control our reactions, we stop allowing the outside world to control our peace. Now, as you settle in deeper, think of the great Stoic, Marcus Aurelius, who ruled an empire but found peace in the quiet of his own thoughts. In his private journals, he often wrote reminders to himself about the importance of accepting what is. He told himself that no matter what came his way, he could control how he responded. You, too, can adopt this mindset. Think of the last time something bothered you. Maybe it was a work issue or a disagreement with a friend. Now, imagine that instead of holding on to the frustration, you let it go, just as you're letting go of your thoughts right now. You don't need to fix everything or hold on to the anger. Let it drift away, just like your thoughts. Notice how your body feels when you release that tension. It's as if you're suddenly lighter, freer, and closer to the peaceful sleep you deserve. So here's the thing. The Stoics didn't view sleep as an escape from the world. They saw it as a natural part of life, time to recharge, to reset, and to restore the balance. They understood that sleep, like everything else, has its place in the grand order of things. And just like they controlled their thoughts and actions, they also controlled their sleep habits. They embraced it without anxiety, trusting that the body knows how to rest when we allow it. Now, imagine yourself giving in to this natural rhythm. With each breath, you can feel your body letting go, your muscles unwinding, and your thoughts slowing down. The more you focus on the present, the easier it becomes to fall into a deep, restful sleep, knowing that there's nothing more you need to do. You don't need to rush into tomorrow. You don't need to fix anything. Everything will unfold as it should. And for tonight, all that matters is this moment. Now that you're settling in and feeling more relaxed, let's explore the power of the present moment, a cornerstone of Stoic thought. The Stoics understood something that many of us overlook. The present is all we truly have. It's the only moment we can control, yet we often spend it dwelling on past regrets or anxiously anticipating the future. But think about it, right now, in this very moment, you are here, breathing, feeling, existing. The past is a closed chapter, and the future is nothing more than an idea. What a relief that is, isn't it? You don't have to fix everything at once. All you need to do is exist, just as you are, in the here and now. Picture it, everything you've done today, all the worries about tomorrow, they can all fade away. All that remains is this moment. The Stoics believed in living fully in the present, embracing each breath as it comes, and letting everything else slip away. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, think of that breath as a way to release the weight of the day. Your muscles soften, your heartbeat steadies, and your mind begins to quiet. It's almost as though time slows down. This is the kind of peace the Stoics strived for, a peace that doesn't rely on circumstances, but on your own ability to control your mind. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most well-known Stoic philosophers, wrote in his Meditations that the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. What does that mean for you right now? It means that you have the power to shape how you experience this very moment. You get to decide how you react to the thoughts that pop into your head. Maybe a worry drifts in, or an unfinished task from the day. Instead of letting it take root, simply acknowledge it and let it float by. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to act on it. You just let it go, and with that release, you create space for peace. This is where true relaxation begins. It's not about turning off your thoughts completely, after all. We are human, but it's about choosing not to attach meaning or significance to every single thought that crosses your mind. It's about recognizing that you don't have to dwell on everything, that not every thought demands your attention. In fact, the more you practice this awareness, the more you can cultivate a sense of calmness that runs deeper than anything that's happening around you. Picture yourself now, not as a collection of tasks, worries, and obligations, but as a calm, steady being existing in this moment. The more you focus on that, the less room there is for anxiety, and the easier it becomes to embrace the peaceful sleep you deserve. Philosophers still argue whether this ability to focus solely on the present is something that can be fully achieved, or if it's just an ideal to strive toward. There are differing opinions, even within Stoicism itself. Some argue that practicing mindfulness is the key to mastering this, while others suggest that by simply choosing to focus on what's in front of us, we already begin the process of cultivating peace. Either way, the point is clear. The present moment is your anchor. When you allow yourself to be fully present, you remove the distractions that clutter your mind, and you create the space to fall into restful, restorative sleep. Let's try a little exercise together. As you lie there, bring your awareness to your body. Start with your toes. Notice how they feel. Are they tense? Relax them. Now, slowly, move your awareness up through your body, your feet, your calves, your thighs, each part of your body relaxed, soft, and calm. Breathe deeply as you do this, letting your breath fill each part of your body, from your feet all the way up to your head. Feel the warmth in your chest as you inhale, and the soft release as you exhale. There's no rush. You don't have to move quickly. Just take your time and check in with yourself. How does it feel to be fully aware of your body, without judgment, simply observing it? As you do this, you'll find that your thoughts slow down too. They stop racing and begin to settle like gentle waves on a calm shore. This is the power of being present. When you let your body relax, your mind follows suit. The beauty of Stoic thought is that it doesn't require you to do anything extravagant. It's about small, intentional actions. It's not about constantly striving for something you don't have. It's about cultivating peace where you already are, just like you are now, lying here, breathing deeply and letting go. This simple act of being present in the moment is enough to bring you peace. Imagine how liberating it is to realize that peace doesn't come from outside sources, but from within. That peace comes when you stop fighting against the world and simply allow things to unfold as they will. The Stoics saw this as a way of aligning with nature's flow, understanding that some things are out of our control, and that's perfectly fine. What's in your control is how you respond. Now, as you lie here in the quiet, feeling more relaxed, more present, let's focus for a moment on the concept of acceptance. It's one of the most powerful tools the Stoics use to achieve inner peace. Acceptance isn't about resignation or passivity. It's about recognizing the limits of what you can control and releasing what you can't. Tonight, you have the opportunity to practice this. Accept that the day is done, that you've done everything you could. There's nothing more you need to do except let go, rest, and recharge for tomorrow. Allow yourself the comfort of knowing that sleep will come when you allow yourself to trust in the present. And as you drift closer to sleep, remember that each moment is exactly as it should be. The Stoics would have you believe that this acceptance is the key to true contentment. and they were right. Let go of any need to change things or make them perfect. All that matters now is the peace you're cultivating here, in this very moment. The more you practice this, the more you will see that the present moment is your true sanctuary. When you embrace it fully, without distraction or judgment, you create a quiet space where peace resides. Let that peace be your guide tonight. Trust that everything will unfold as it should, and there is nothing to rush. Breathe in, breathe out, and feel your body relax even deeper. In this moment, you are free, and as you drift closer to sleep, carry with you the calm wisdom of the Stoics, knowing that this present moment is enough, and that everything else can wait for tomorrow. As you continue to relax, settling deeper into the comfort of your bed, let's talk about something that many of us struggle with: the constant buzz of thoughts in our heads. In fact, we've all been there, right? Lying wide awake, the mind racing with endless lists, worries, and what-ifs. But what if I told you that the Stoics had a simple but powerful technique to manage those thoughts? What if I told you that you could learn to control your thoughts the same way you control your breath, and in doing so, find peace within the chaos of your mind? One of the key principles of Stoicism is that we cannot always control the world around us, but we can control how we respond to it, and, more specifically, how we respond to the thoughts that come to us. The Stoics believed that our thoughts are not inherently good or bad. It's how we interpret and react to them that matters. So tonight, as you lie here in bed, let's experiment with this idea. Instead of letting your thoughts control you, let's practice controlling your thoughts. Right now, imagine yourself standing outside of your own thoughts, observing them as they come and go. Maybe a worry about something you need to do tomorrow appears, or a fleeting memory from earlier in the day pops up. Rather than grabbing hold of it or letting it spiral, you simply acknowledge it, like you would a passing cloud in the sky. Ah, that's interesting, you might say to yourself, but it doesn't need my attention right now. And with that, you let it go. It's that simple. You don't have to banish thoughts completely, because that's impossible. What you can do, however, is give them less power. You can let them come and go without attaching any meaning to them. This is a skill that the Stoics mastered. They knew that their thoughts weren't necessarily their reality. They understood that a thought, no matter how loud or persistent, is just that, a thought. It only becomes something more if you choose to give it power. The great Stoic philosopher Epictetus put it like this: it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. And that reaction, friends, begins in your mind. Take a moment now to acknowledge any thoughts that may have popped up. Maybe it's a worry or a fleeting distraction. Recognize it, but don't attach to it. Let it pass, just like a leaf floating down a stream, gently carried away by the current. With each passing thought, you're becoming more adept at quieting the mind. You're not suppressing or avoiding the thoughts. You're simply not engaging with them. You're allowing them to drift away, just like the breeze outside your window. This practice of observing your thoughts, without judgment or attachment, is one of the most powerful tools you can develop. And the more you practice it, the easier it becomes to bring this peaceful awareness into every part of your life, especially when you need it most. Like now, as you prepare for restful sleep, there's no need to fight your thoughts or push them away. You can simply let them be without judgment. It's a skill, and like any skill, it gets stronger with practice. Let's take a moment now to practice this right here, together. Picture each thought as a balloon that floats by in the sky. The thought doesn't weigh you down, it doesn't pull you, In it's just there, drifting by. Maybe the thought is about something you have to do tomorrow, or a conversation you had earlier. Let it float by, gently, without pulling on your attention. If it lingers, just observe it for a moment, then let it go, like a balloon floating out of sight. As each thought passes, feel your body relax a little more. Notice how, with each passing thought, you become lighter, more peaceful. The more you allow this to happen, the more you create space for relaxation. You're training your mind to let go of the need to control everything, and in doing so, you're opening up space for true peace. Now, don't worry if your mind is still a little busy, this is normal. The Stoics weren't suggesting that you could completely stop your thoughts at will. Rather, they suggested that you could change your relationship with them. You could choose not to let them control your emotions or actions. And that, my friend, is exactly what you're doing right now. By allowing your thoughts to come and go, without attaching meaning or urgency to them, you're taking control over your inner peace. It's as if you're watching a gentle stream flow by. The thoughts are the water, flowing by effortlessly. And you are the calm observer, watching without getting swept away by the current. This isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Every time you let go of a thought, even just for a moment, you're moving closer to a deeper sense of calm. Think about that, how liberating it is to know that you don't have to be at the mercy of every fleeting thought. You can choose, in this very moment, to let them be what they are. Just thoughts. Not threats, not obligations, not things to worry about. Just thoughts. Now, as you continue to relax deeper into your bed, know that each time you practice this, you're training your mind to stay calm, to let go of the need for constant mental chatter. It's a skill that will help you not only tonight, but throughout your entire life. The Stoics believed that peace of mind is something we must actively cultivate. It doesn't come from external circumstances. It comes from within, from the way we choose to respond to what happens to us. The more you practice letting go of these thoughts, the more natural it will feel. And when it becomes second nature, you'll find yourself more able to maintain a sense of calm and tranquility in the face of life's challenges. So, let's try one more moment together. Inhale deeply, filling your lungs with air. As you exhale, imagine releasing all the tension from your body. With each breath, you're letting go of the thoughts, letting go of the day, and allowing yourself to sink deeper into relaxation. Imagine the calm that will follow sleep, that is not interrupted by racing thoughts, but is instead peaceful and deep. In the quiet of the night, you are free from the need to control, free from the need to respond to every thought. Just relax and let yourself drift further into rest, knowing that you've already started the process of calming your mind and nurturing your body. This is the power of controlling your thoughts and the path to true peace. As you continue to settle into a deeper sense of calm, let's explore another Stoic principle that can bring peace to your mind and ease your path to restful sleep: the art of controlling what you can. The Stoics taught that we should focus on what is within our control and completely accept what is outside of it. You see, most of our stress and anxiety come from our attempts to control things that are beyond our reach. We worry about the future, about how others perceive us, and about things that are just outside our grasp. But the truth is, we can only control how we respond to the world around us. Everything else is beyond our influence, and that's not something we should fight. Tonight, as you lay here preparing for sleep, let's reflect on this idea. There's nothing you need to do right now, and there's nothing that you have to fix. You've done everything you can today. You've handled what you needed to handle, and now it's time to release the rest. There's no need to chase after what you cannot control. What you can control, however, is how you respond to the present moment. The Stoics were masters of this idea. They knew that we can control our thoughts, our reactions, and our choices. But the rest of the world, all the external circumstances, those things are out of our hands. And that's okay. Imagine how much more peaceful your mind can be when you accept that there are things you can't change. And that's just part of life. Now, as you relax, think about the things you've been stressing over, perhaps a meeting tomorrow, a conversation you had today, or an unresolved problem. These are things that may feel urgent, things that your mind insists on focusing on. But let's ask ourselves, can you control these things right now? No, you can't. And by acknowledging that, you give yourself permission to release the grip they have on your mind. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine releasing all the things you cannot change or control. Let them slip away like sand through your fingers. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, we are disturbed not by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens. It's the thoughts that we attach to events that cause us the most stress. Once we stop attaching meaning to those things, we realize they no longer have the power to control us. Tonight, as you relax into your bed, think about what you can control right now. You can control your breath. You can control how deeply you allow yourself to relax. You can control your awareness of this present moment. And you can choose to let go of everything else. In this very moment, you are free to release the weight of the day and allow yourself the peace you deserve. As you breathe, feel your body soften further, as if the weight of your worries is slowly melting away. The Stoics believed that when you focus on what you can control, you stop being overwhelmed by external events. When you accept that some things are simply beyond your control, you free yourself from the cycle of stress. The beauty of this approach is that it helps you move from a place of tension and struggle to one of ease and acceptance. The more you practice focusing only on what you can control, the more natural it becomes to let go of the things you cannot. Think about it. When you let go of the need to control everything, you start to feel lighter, less burdened. You begin to realize that there's freedom in not needing to solve every problem at once. You have the power to choose your responses, to decide where you place your energy, and to focus on the here and now. As you lie here in bed, imagine what it feels like to accept that there is nothing more you need to do right now. The world will keep turning, and tomorrow will come whether you worry about it or not. You have the power to let go, to relax, and to trust that everything will unfold as it should. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine releasing all of the unresolved thoughts and worries. Let them drift away into the night, like clouds in the sky, fading into the distance. Your body is becoming more and more relaxed, and with each breath, you are inviting more peace into your mind. The beauty of focusing on what you can control is that it's a practice that can serve you not just tonight, but every day. The Stoics didn't just apply this philosophy to moments of relaxation, they applied it to every aspect of their lives. Imagine yourself, not just tonight, but in every situation, focusing only on what you can control. In times of stress, in moments of uncertainty, you can remember this simple principle. Focus on what is within your control and release everything else. This is how you build resilience, how you foster inner peace. Tonight, as you prepare for a deep, peaceful sleep, take comfort in knowing that you've already done what you needed to do today. Everything else can wait. Tomorrow is another day, and it will unfold exactly as it should. You don't need to force anything. You are enough, right here, right now. You are in control of your breath, your thoughts, and your responses, and everything else is outside your grasp for tonight. Now, feel how the tension in your body continues to melt away. With every exhale, you release more of the day, more of the things you cannot change. Your body becomes heavier, more deeply relaxed, and your mind begins to quiet further. Let this feeling of peace envelop you, knowing that you've done everything you could today, and now it's time to let go. All that's left is this moment, this peaceful, present moment, and you are free to rest in it. In this moment, there is nothing more to be done. The night is yours to surrender to, knowing that you can always choose to focus on what you can control and let the rest simply be. Now that you're beginning to feel the soothing peace of the present moment, let's dive into another deeply calming Stoic practice, the art of reflection. This might sound like something you would do at the end of the day, perhaps as you review your accomplishments or mistakes. But the Stoics saw reflection as a sacred ritual, a moment of quiet contemplation that not only helps to calm the mind, but also encourages growth and self-awareness. Imagine you are lying here, your body sinking deeper into your bed, your breath slowing and deepening with each inhale. The night surrounds you in silence, and in this stillness, you have the opportunity to reflect on the day that's passed. The Stoic philosopher Seneca would advise that you take a few moments each evening to reflect on what went well and what could be improved. But here's the twist. This is not about self-criticism or harsh judgment. It's about looking at the day with compassion and curiosity, as though you are an observer of your own life. Think about it. How often do we rush through our days without taking time to truly check in with ourselves? How often do we forget to pause, to simply ask, how did I respond today? Or what could I do better tomorrow? The Stoics understood that true peace comes not from perfection, but from honest self-reflection. Tonight, as you relax, take a moment to mentally scan through your day. What did you do well? What moments brought you joy or a sense of accomplishment? Take a few seconds to celebrate those moments, however small. Maybe it was a conversation you had, a task you completed, or a moment of kindness you showed to yourself or someone else. There's no need to rush through this. Let yourself feel the satisfaction of these small victories. And now, let's turn to what could have gone differently. This isn't about guilt or self-flagellation, but about understanding and growth. Were there moments when you felt tension, frustration, or anxiety? What were the triggers? Could you have responded differently? Again, there's no need to judge. Just notice, with curiosity, what happened and why. The Stoics didn't believe in beating themselves up over mistakes. They believed in learning from them, in using each misstep as an opportunity for growth. And just like that, you can embrace this same approach tonight. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, release any judgment or guilt that may have crept in. Recognize that mistakes are part of being human. They are not failures, but lessons, and you are here to learn, just as you are here to rest. In fact, sleep is the perfect time to let go of these reflections. The mind, when rested, can process these lessons more clearly, without the haze of stress or fatigue. Think of this process as a way to wind down, not just physically, but mentally. As your body relaxes and your breath deepens, allow your thoughts to gently rest, knowing that any insights from your reflections can be carried with you into tomorrow. There's no rush. No need to overanalyze or fix everything in one night. The Stoic reflection process is gentle. It's not about achieving some grand understanding in one go, but about slowly peeling back layers, learning from each day's experiences, and becoming a little wiser with each passing moment. If your mind wanders back to the events of the day, simply bring it back to your breath. Focus on the rhythm of your inhale and exhale. Imagine each breath as a gentle wave that clears your mind, like the ocean washing away footprints from the sand. By practicing this simple reflection every night, the Stoics believed you could slowly transform your mindset, embracing both your strengths and your weaknesses with grace. Think of it this way: each day is an opportunity to improve, and reflection helps you see where you can take small, intentional steps toward becoming the best version of yourself. And as you lie here, the Stoic principles of acceptance and compassion guide your reflections. You don't need to be perfect, and you don't need to have it all figured out. What's important is that you're taking the time to check in with yourself. There's no rush to achieve everything in one night. Allow this reflection to be a soft, non-judgmental process that lets you grow at your own pace. And now, imagine the effects of this practice as you move towards sleep. The more you practice this gentle form of reflection, the more it becomes second nature. Over time, you begin to notice the lessons of each day more clearly, without the harsh lens of self-criticism. You begin to treat yourself with more kindness, understanding that growth is a gradual process, not a destination. This is what the Stoics believed, that peace comes not from avoiding mistakes, but from learning to view them with compassion and humility. You are allowed to be imperfect, and in that imperfection, you find your humanity. There is great freedom in embracing this. Tonight, as you let these thoughts settle, allow the peace that comes from reflection to deepen your relaxation. There's nothing to solve or fix. All you need to do now is rest and rejuvenate. Tomorrow is a new day, and your reflections have already laid the groundwork for growth. Take one more deep breath in, filling your lungs with fresh air, and exhale slowly, letting go of any remaining tension. Feel your body relax even deeper into the mattress. You don't need to hold on to anything anymore. All the reflections of the day, the lessons learned, and the growth you've achieved are within you, ready to guide you tomorrow. But for now, let them rest. Let your mind rest. Let your body rest. And with that, trust that you are exactly where you need to be. The Stoics understood that by slowing down, by reflecting and accepting each moment for what it is, we create space for inner peace. Tonight, you are doing just that. You're embracing the gentle rhythm of reflection, allowing it to guide you toward rest and relaxation. In the quiet of the night, as you breathe and let go, know that you are right on track. You are enough, just as you are. As you lie here in the stillness of the night, feeling the soothing embrace of rest beginning to settle in, let's explore one more deeply relaxing idea from the Stoics, the concept of impermanence. Now, before you think we're about to dive into some heavy, dark philosophy, take a deep breath and remember, this idea isn't about gloom or sadness, but about finding peace in accepting that everything, even the toughest of moments, passes. The Stoics believed that change was inevitable, and they didn't fear it, they embraced it. After all, life itself is built on a cycle of constant change. From the seasons shifting outside to the thoughts that come and go in our minds, nothing is permanent. This includes the emotions, challenges, and stresses that might be keeping you awake at night. Think about it for a moment. Whatever it is that's troubling you, the moment you acknowledge it for what it is, a passing thought or feeling, you realize that it doesn't have to take hold. Tonight, as you rest your body, take a moment to reflect on the transient nature of everything in your life, including the worries you may have carried into this moment. No matter how heavy a burden feels, it's always temporary. Tomorrow will bring a fresh start, and tonight is your time to let go. You don't need to hold on to anything you're feeling right now. Life will continue, and the things that trouble you today will eventually fade into the past. The Stoics understood that life's impermanence didn't make it meaningless. It made it precious. Every moment we experience, whether it's joyful or challenging, is part of the ever-flowing river of time. As you lie here, you're a part of that flow, and so is everything you've experienced today. Let it pass. You don't need to carry the weight of your thoughts into tomorrow. When we accept the impermanence of things, we begin to find peace in the present moment. We stop fighting against what is, and instead, we begin to flow with it. Imagine the way a leaf floats downstream, moving with the current, not resisting it. You can do the same. Allow the currents of life to flow past you as you rest. This moment, right here, is all you need to focus on. Your thoughts are like leaves on the water, floating by gently, just waiting to be carried away. You don't need to hold on to them. You don't need to stop the flow. All you need to do is observe, relax, and let them go. The beauty of impermanence is that it allows us to live fully in the present. When we accept that everything, even the most difficult moments, will eventually pass, we can relax into life, knowing that nothing is permanent, and that's perfectly okay. So let's practice this acceptance together, right here. If a thought or worry comes to mind, whether it's about something in your day, a challenge you're facing, or a fear about the future, simply notice it. Recognize it for what it is, a temporary visitor. It's not your reality. It's just a passing moment. You can't change the past, and the future hasn't arrived yet. All you have is this moment, and it's enough. With each breath you take, you invite a little more peace into your body, knowing that you don't need to hold on to anything. You can trust that, just like the leaves on the water, everything will eventually flow away. The Stoic philosopher Heraclitus believed that everything flows. Nothing stays the same, and the very nature of life is change. This concept of impermanence is one of the key teachings that help the Stoics face difficult times with calm. When we remember that everything is temporary, we stop seeing problems as permanent obstacles. Instead, we see them as temporary challenges that will eventually pass. This understanding gives us the space to breathe, to relax, and to rest, knowing that we don't need to carry the weight of them indefinitely. And that's what you're doing right now. As you lie here, preparing for sleep, think of all the things you're letting go of. The stress, the worries, the doubts. They don't have to stay with you. They can all float away, just like the thoughts that drift in and out of your mind. Let this sense of impermanence bring you comfort. Embrace the idea that everything, even the most difficult emotions, will pass. You are safe in this moment, surrounded by peace. There's nothing to fight, nothing to resist. Just the gentle flow of time carrying you into a restful, peaceful sleep. As you let go of what you can't control and accept the temporary nature of all things, you're making space for calmness to settle within you. The Stoics weren't suggesting we avoid the difficult emotions that arise. They were simply reminding us that those emotions, too, are impermanent. They come, they go, and in between, there's peace. So, as you settle deeper into your bed, let this idea of impermanence ease you into the stillness of sleep. Whatever concerns you may have, know that they are not permanent. They are just passing thoughts, passing feelings, and soon they'll be replaced by something new. Just as the night gives way to the morning, everything shifts and changes. You, too, are shifting, becoming more and more relaxed, more at peace with the flow of life. With every breath, you can feel yourself letting go of what no longer serves you. The stress, the tension, the busy thoughts, they don't have to stay. This moment is yours. So let go. Embrace the quiet acceptance of impermanence. Trust that everything will change, and with that change, you'll find the rest and peace you need. Tonight, let go of everything and allow yourself to rest. The worries of tomorrow, the challenges of the day, they are all temporary. What matters right now is that you are here, you are safe, and you are ready to rest in the quiet of this impermanent world. As you continue to relax, breathing deeply and gently, let's explore a beautiful and soothing concept that the Stoics held dear: the stillness of nature. The Stoics had a deep appreciation for the natural world, not just for its beauty, but for its profound lessons in calmness, acceptance, and peace. Imagine, for a moment, standing at the edge of a quiet lake, the water still and calm, perfectly reflecting the trees and sky above. There's a gentle breeze that ripples the surface of the water, but even that is soft, nothing too forceful. The world around you is in harmony, each part of nature contributing to the balance and stillness of the moment. In this moment, there is no rushing, no striving, no noise, only peace. The Stoics often used nature as a mirror for how to live a calm and balanced life. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote about the importance of living in harmony with the world around us, just like nature itself. Imagine how the trees sway with the wind, accepting whatever comes their way without resistance. The flowers bloom, not hurriedly but in their own time. The sun rises and sets, following its natural rhythm. The Stoics believed that we, too, could live with this same sense of calm acceptance, understanding that we don't need to control everything, but instead we can trust in the natural flow of life. Tonight, as you lie here, imagine yourself as a part of this calm, harmonious world. Your breath, gentle and steady, mirrors the rhythm of the breeze outside your window. Your body, relaxed and at peace, reflects the stillness of the lake. There's nothing you need to change, nothing you need to force. Everything is as it should be. With each breath you take, feel yourself sinking deeper into this natural harmony. Just like a leaf floating on the surface of the water, perfectly still, perfectly at ease. The Stoics believed that when we align ourselves with the natural order of things, we find peace. Just like the trees don't struggle against the wind, we don't need to struggle against the forces of life. Instead, we can learn to flow with them. This doesn't mean we avoid challenges or difficulties, but it means we approach them with the same calmness and acceptance that nature shows us. Life, like the seasons, will shift and change, but by staying rooted in our own sense of peace, we can navigate those changes with grace. Think about how the night sky changes. The stars don't hurry to shine brighter, and the moon doesn't rush to rise. They simply are, following their natural course. Similarly, you don't need to hurry or force anything. Right now, in this moment, everything is unfolding perfectly as it should. The Stoics often reminded themselves to accept things as they are, without resistance. They knew that resistance only caused frustration, anxiety, and stress. But when you accept life's flow, just like the natural world, you can find a deep sense of peace. You don't need to control the future or dwell on the past. You can simply rest, knowing that everything, in its own time, will unfold as it should. Imagine yourself in that calm, still place, where everything around you is peaceful and content. Your mind is like that still lake, calm and clear. You are part of the natural world, and there's nothing more you need to do right now. There's no rush, no pressure. Just be, just breathe, just rest. As you relax deeper into your bed, let the stillness of nature guide you into a deeper sense of peace. Let go of the tension in your body, just as the trees release their leaves in the fall, allowing the natural flow of life to carry them forward. Everything in nature follows its course, and so can you. Trust in the process. Trust that sleep will come when you allow it to, just like the sun setting and the moon rising, following their natural rhythm. There is no need to force anything. The Stoics believed that nature was our greatest teacher. It's a reminder that everything has its time and place, and that our role is to simply be present in each moment. Right now, your role is to be here, in this stillness, allowing yourself to rest. There's no need to plan or worry about what comes next. Just be, just rest. Take a moment now to notice the stillness around you, the silence, the quiet rhythm of your breath. Everything is in harmony. You are safe. You are peaceful. You are enough. As you continue to relax, feel the weight of your body gently sinking deeper into the bed. Just like the trees rooted firmly in the earth, calm and steady. Allow this stillness to settle deeper into your body. With each breath, feel more and more at peace, knowing that just like nature, you too can be still and steady, trusting in the rhythm of life. The world outside may be busy, but right here, in this moment, everything is perfect. Just as the moon rises in its own time, so too will sleep come to you, naturally and gently. Let go of any remaining tension or worry. Everything is unfolding as it should. There's nothing you need to do but rest. Let this natural stillness surround you as you drift deeper into the peace of the present moment. The Stoics knew that true peace comes not from fighting against life's currents, but from surrendering to them, trusting in the natural flow. And tonight, you are doing just that. You are allowing yourself to rest, to be still, and to embrace the quiet of this moment. Now that you are sinking deeper into a tranquil state, let's delve into a core aspect of Stoic thought: virtue, the highest good. To the Stoics, virtue was the key to a peaceful life. It was their guiding star, their North Star, if you will. But what does that mean for you, lying here, ready for sleep? You see, the Stoics didn't view virtue as some lofty, abstract concept. They saw it as something practical, something that could guide your everyday actions, decisions, and interactions. And here's the comforting part: it's not about being perfect or flawless. It's about striving to be your best self, one small step at a time. It's about cultivating qualities like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, and using those as your foundation for peace. Tonight, as you rest, reflect on the virtues that you value the most. Maybe it's wisdom, the ability to learn from your experiences and the world around you. Perhaps it's courage, the strength to face life's challenges head-on, knowing that you have the power to overcome them. Or maybe it's temperance, the ability to find balance in all things, to know when to push forward and when to rest. Whatever it is, think about how you can embody these virtues in your life. And here's the real beauty of this: you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. Virtue is a lifelong journey, a path that you walk with each decision, each action, each thought. You're not aiming for flawlessness, you're aiming for progress. In fact, the Stoics believed that life isn't about avoiding mistakes. It's about learning from them. It's about becoming better over time, even if only by small degrees. And in that process of growth, you find peace. So as you lie here, feeling your body relax deeper, think about the virtues that you already live by, even if you don't realize it. Maybe it's your kindness to others, your ability to forgive, or your determination to improve. These are all expressions of virtue, and they are part of what makes you who you are. Reflect on them now, not with judgment, but with gentle acknowledgement and appreciation. Let the sense of peace that comes from living with virtue fill you up, knowing that each moment is an opportunity to practice it more. The Stoics also believed that virtue is a powerful antidote to suffering. They understood that much of our unhappiness comes not from external events, but from our own reactions to them. But when we act with wisdom, courage, and temperance, we're able to navigate life's ups and downs with grace. Imagine how different your days would be if you approached each situation from a place of virtue. Think about a challenging moment you faced recently. How might it have felt if you responded with patience, or with the wisdom to see the bigger picture? What if you had chosen temperance, the ability to remain calm and measured in the face of stress? The Stoics weren't suggesting that you should always be calm or perfect. They were suggesting that by consistently practicing virtue, you would naturally find more peace, more balance, and more fulfillment. And here's the thing. This practice of virtue doesn't have to be a grand gesture. It can be small, everyday actions. A kind word, a patient response, a decision to let go of unnecessary worry. Each of these choices, no matter how small, is an opportunity to live in alignment with the virtues that the Stoics held dear. And each of these choices contributes to your inner peace. Now, as you reflect on the virtues you want to embody, think about how they relate to the present moment. How can you practice wisdom right now as you prepare for sleep? Perhaps it's the wisdom to know that rest is essential and that you deserve to let go of the day's worries. Maybe it's the wisdom to recognize that sleep, just like everything else, is a natural part of life, and there's no need to force it or control it. Or maybe it's the wisdom to recognize that you're already enough, just as you are, and that there's nothing more you need to prove. As you relax into the rhythm of your breath, feel the peace that comes from embodying these virtues. There's no rush, no pressure. You don't need to change everything at once. All you need to do right now is rest, knowing that you're already on the right path. The Stoics believed that true peace came from living in harmony with virtue. When you align your actions, thoughts, and decisions with wisdom, courage, and temperance, you find yourself naturally at peace. And here's the comforting truth: this peace doesn't depend on external circumstances. It doesn't rely on getting everything right. It comes from within, from your ability to live with virtue, no matter what comes your way. So tonight, as you continue to relax deeper, let go of any pressure to be perfect. Allow yourself to simply be, knowing that every small step you take in the direction of virtue brings you closer to inner peace. There's no need to rush. The path is long, but it's also beautiful, because each step, no matter how small, is part of your growth. As you rest tonight, trust that by embodying these virtues, you're already making progress. You're already enough, and tomorrow you can continue to grow, one small step at a time, toward a deeper sense of peace, a deeper sense of rest. Let that sense of peace settle into your mind now. Feel it in your body as you drift deeper into relaxation. The virtues you hold dear are already a part of you, and tonight you give yourself permission to rest in that knowledge. You are enough, just as you are, and your journey toward virtue will continue to unfold naturally. Let yourself be at peace with that. As you continue to breathe deeply, allowing the weight of the day to slip away, let's explore another deeply Stoic concept that can bring you both clarity and tranquility: facing adversity with calm. The Stoics weren't naive. They didn't believe that life was always easy or that hardship could be avoided. Quite the opposite, they recognized that adversity is a natural part of life, something we all must face. But here's where their philosophy shines. They believed that how we respond to adversity, how we meet challenges, is where our true power lies. Imagine for a moment that you're facing a difficult situation. It could be a challenge at work, a disagreement with a loved one, or even a moment of personal doubt. In those moments, it's easy for stress, frustration, and anxiety to take over. But the Stoics would tell you that in those very moments, you have the opportunity to practice the most profound kind of resilience, the ability to remain calm, collected, and centered, no matter what's happening around you. It's a skill, and just like any skill, it takes practice. But once you begin to master it, adversity becomes not something to fear, but something to navigate with grace and clarity. Tonight, as you lie here in the quiet, think about the challenges you've faced recently. Maybe it was something small, like a frustrating moment at work. Or maybe it was something bigger, like a difficult decision or a period of uncertainty. Whatever it was, imagine facing that challenge with the calmness of a Stoic. Imagine meeting it not with resistance or frustration, but with patience, with the understanding that challenges are part of life's natural rhythm. When you approach adversity with calm, it no longer has the same power over you. You don't feel overwhelmed or consumed by it. Instead, you face it with clarity, with a sense of purpose, knowing that you have everything you need within you to navigate through it. It's a liberating feeling, isn't it? The Stoics believed that we can't always control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond to it. So, instead of allowing the challenges of life to dictate our emotional state, we choose to meet them with a calm, steady mind. Take a moment now, as you relax, to reflect on a challenge you're currently facing or have recently faced. Picture yourself approaching that challenge with Stoic resilience. How does it feel to face it without fear or frustration? How does it feel to meet it with the calm assurance that you will navigate through it, no matter how difficult it may seem in the moment? The Stoics didn't expect us to be emotionless, but they did believe in the power of choosing how we respond. This doesn't mean ignoring our emotions, but it means not letting them control us. Instead of letting anger or fear take over, we can choose to respond with patience, reason, and wisdom. This, the Stoics believed, is the path to true peace, accepting that challenges are part of life, but responding to them with calm and clarity. You can practice this now as you prepare for sleep. If any worries or concerns about tomorrow are creeping in, instead of letting them take hold, simply acknowledge them and let them go. You don't need to solve them tonight. You don't need to control them. All you need to do is breathe, relax, and trust that you will face whatever comes with the same calmness and clarity that the Stoics taught. Imagine yourself standing tall, facing the world with confidence, knowing that no matter what comes your way, you have the power to respond with calm. You are not at the mercy of life's challenges. You have the strength to meet them with grace, patience, and resilience. The Stoic practice of facing adversity with calm is a reminder that we can control our inner world, even when the outer world feels chaotic. Tonight, as you relax into your bed, Trust that you have everything you need to face whatever comes your way. You've faced challenges before, and you will face them again. And each time, you will face them with greater strength, greater calm, and greater clarity. You don't need to fear adversity. Instead, you can approach it with the knowledge that you have the tools to handle it. As you breathe deeply, feel that sense of strength within you. It's not about forcing your way through life or pushing against the flow of events. It's about flowing with life's challenges, accepting them as they come, and meeting them with a steady, peaceful heart. The Stoics believed that every challenge, no matter how difficult, was an opportunity for growth. When we face adversity with calm, we don't just overcome the situation, we grow from it. We become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. So, tonight, as you lie here in the quiet, remember that you have everything you need within you to face the challenges of life. You have the power to respond with calm, to approach each situation with patience, and to remain steady in the face of adversity. The world will continue to change, and challenges will come and go. But your ability to face them with a peaceful mind is something you can control. You can rest easy tonight, knowing that whatever comes tomorrow, you will meet it with calmness and clarity. You are prepared. You are capable. And most of all, you are at peace. As the night deepens and your body settles into a peaceful rhythm, let's shift our focus to something that might seem counterintuitive to many: self-compassion. In a world where we're often taught to push through, to strive for perfection, and to always do more, the Stoics understood that true inner peace comes from being gentle with ourselves. It's easy to become our own harshest critics, isn't it? We set high expectations for ourselves, and when we don't meet them, we can feel like we've somehow failed. But the Stoics knew that this mindset only leads to anxiety and stress. Instead, they emphasized the importance of self-compassion, accepting ourselves, flaws and all, and recognizing that we, too, are part of the human condition. Picture this for a moment. You've had a long day, full of challenges, mistakes, and moments where you didn't live up to your own expectations. Maybe you said something you regret, missed a deadline, or simply didn't perform at your best. The natural tendency is to berate yourself, to think you should have done better, to feel disappointment. But imagine for a moment that instead of criticizing yourself, you choose to show compassion. What if, instead of focusing on your mistakes, you recognize that you, like everyone else, are imperfect? That you're allowed to make mistakes, that you're allowed to be human. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." But think about this. Part of those few wants includes giving yourself the grace to be imperfect. It's a powerful realization, isn't it? That the road to peace isn't about perfection, but about understanding and acceptance of where you are right now. So, as you lie here, consider the moments today when you were harsh with yourself. Maybe you were frustrated with how things went, or perhaps you felt guilty for not accomplishing everything you wanted to. In these moments, instead of reacting with judgment, let's try to be compassionate. Imagine offering yourself the same understanding and kindness that you would offer a close friend who was going through a tough time. What would you say to them? Would you criticize them for their mistakes, or would you comfort them and encourage them to try again tomorrow? You deserve that same kindness. Self-compassion isn't about letting ourselves off the hook or avoiding responsibility. It's about recognizing that we're allowed to have moments of imperfection without beating ourselves up. It's about giving ourselves permission to rest, to reset, and to start again without shame. Think about the way you would treat someone you love, someone who is going through a tough time. You wouldn't demand perfection from them, and you wouldn't criticize them for their failures. You'd offer a kind word, a gentle embrace, and the understanding that they're doing their best. Now, offer that same compassion to yourself. As you breathe deeply, feel the weight of judgment begin to lift from your shoulders. Feel the release of that pressure, knowing that you are enough, just as you are. You don't have to be perfect to be worthy of rest. You don't have to meet every expectation to deserve peace. The Stoics taught that true strength lies not in being flawless, but in accepting ourselves and our imperfections. By practicing self-compassion, we cultivate a calm, steady mind that can face challenges with resilience, without becoming overwhelmed by self-doubt or guilt. Take a moment to place your hand over your heart and feel a sense of warmth and understanding within you. You are worthy of love and kindness, not just from others, but from yourself. In this moment, you can release any self-criticism, knowing that it's not your mistakes that define you, but how you choose to learn and grow from them. Let go of any lingering tension in your body, and let yourself feel the peace that comes with this acceptance. As you drift deeper into relaxation, know that tomorrow is another opportunity to try again, and no matter what happens, you'll meet it with compassion. The Stoics understood that life isn't about avoiding mistakes or hardships. It's about how we respond to them. By choosing to treat ourselves with kindness, we create a foundation of strength that doesn't rely on perfection, but on growth. Imagine yourself, day by day, learning to be more compassionate with yourself. Each time you make a mistake, instead of criticizing, you choose to learn from it. Understanding that growth doesn't happen in an instant, but through continuous effort and understanding. And when you treat yourself with this compassion, you'll find that the pressure and anxiety that often accompany mistakes begin to fade. You can rest in the knowledge that you're always doing your best, and that's enough. Now, as you lie here, take a few moments to reflect on how far you've come. Think of the challenges you've faced, the obstacles you've overcome, and the progress you've made. You might not be where you want to be yet, and that's okay. Life is a journey, and you're on your way. And most importantly, you're doing it with compassion for yourself. Feel that sense of peace grow within you, knowing that you can always choose to be kind to yourself, no matter what. With each breath, feel your body relax deeper as you let go of any remaining. The night is here, and you are enough. You've done enough. Tomorrow will come, and you will face it with the same compassion, knowing that you are worthy of rest and kindness. So as you sink into the comfort of your bed, know that you are exactly where you need to be. You are enough, just as you are, and you are deserving of peace. Allow this gentle feeling of self-compassion to wrap around you like a warm blanket, and rest easy, knowing that you are at peace with yourself. As you continue to drift deeper into relaxation, let's explore another deeply restful Stoic idea, the natural, restorative process of sleep. The Stoics understood that sleep, like all natural processes, was a gift. It wasn't something to be feared or resisted. Instead, they saw it as an essential part of living well. Imagine for a moment how it feels to completely surrender to sleep, not worrying about what you did during the day or what you need to do tomorrow, but simply allowing your body and mind to rest, trusting in the process of renewal that sleep brings. This natural cycle, so often taken for granted, is vital for your well-being. Sleep allows your body to recharge, to heal, and to restore balance. And much like the seasons, where winter follows autumn, sleep follows a busy day, ensuring that you are ready to rise again, refreshed and ready for the challenges ahead. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, wrote often about the importance of sleep and rest, reminding himself that it's a natural part of life and necessary for his ability to be present and effective in his work. He didn't view sleep as something to dread or something that interrupted his productivity. Instead, he accepted it as part of the natural rhythm of existence, something that made him a more grounded, more present person. And so, as you lie here, imagine yourself embracing the beauty of sleep in the same way. Sleep isn't an interruption, it's a gift. When you allow yourself to rest fully, you are respecting the natural flow of your life. There's no need to worry about time or productivity, because sleep is an essential part of your overall well-being. In fact, when we fight sleep or resist it, we only prolong the stress, the tension, and the feeling of being overwhelmed. But when you accept sleep as part of your routine, as part of the cycle of life, you can rest easy knowing that tomorrow will bring a fresh start and you will be prepared. Let this thought relax you even further. Imagine sleep as the final piece of your day's puzzle, completing the cycle of effort, relaxation, and restoration. Just as the sun sets and rises again, so too does sleep follow the day's activity, ensuring that you are revitalized and ready to meet the morning. Now, think for a moment about the benefits of sleep. It isn't just about physical rest, it's also about mental restoration. Your brain needs sleep to process the events of the day, to make sense of the thoughts and emotions you've experienced. During sleep, your mind organizes and sorts through memories, experiences, and ideas, allowing you to approach the next day with clarity and focus. This is why, when you wake up after a restful night, you often feel more capable of handling whatever challenges arise. It's the natural cycle of renewal, working within you, quietly doing its job as you rest. Sleep is the ultimate act of self-care. It's not about avoiding the world or retreating from your responsibilities. It's about nurturing yourself so that you can engage with the world more fully, more effectively. Think of sleep as your chance to heal and restore, so that you wake up with renewed energy, ready to take on life's challenges with a fresh perspective. And just like Marcus Aurelius, you can trust that sleep is not an enemy to be defeated or avoided, but a part of the natural process that helps you become the best version of yourself. As you continue to relax and sink deeper into your bed, allow your mind to acknowledge that there's nothing more to be done tonight. You don't need to solve all the problems or make all the decisions right now. You can leave them until tomorrow. For now, your job is to rest, to let go of the day's stress, and to trust that everything will unfold as it should. Let yourself feel the peace that comes with this acceptance. Let your muscles soften, your thoughts slow, and your body melt into the comfort of your bed. The more you trust in the natural process of sleep, the more your body and mind will respond to it with ease. Imagine how it feels to allow yourself this freedom. There's no need to control everything. There's no need to stay on guard or try to manage the world. Sleep is your time to surrender to the natural rhythm of life, to let go, and to simply be. You deserve this rest. You deserve this time to recharge and restore. As the night deepens, continue to focus on your breath, letting the air fill your lungs slowly and deeply, then releasing it with ease. Each breath is a reminder that you are here, in this moment, and all is well. You don't need to rush, sleep, or force it. You only need to trust that it will come when you allow yourself the space to rest. Sleep will come naturally when you release the tension and the thoughts that are keeping you awake. Let this thought settle in your mind. Sleep is not something you need to fight for. It's something you allow, just as the night sky stretches out above you, calm and expansive, your body and mind can open to the quiet rhythm of rest. You deserve this peaceful moment, and everything in your body and mind is working together to guide you into a deep, rejuvenating sleep. As you continue to relax deeper and deeper, feel the peace of knowing that everything you need is already here. You have done everything you can today. Your body has worked hard, your mind has processed, and now it's time to restore, to relax, and to trust that sleep will bring you what you need. Tomorrow is a new day, and tonight, sleep is your ally, your friend, helping you become the best version of yourself, ready to face whatever comes with fresh energy and clarity. Now that you are drifting deeper into the peaceful rhythm of sleep, let's focus on a Stoic concept that might feel both comforting and liberating: living in harmony with fate. The Stoics believed that we are part of a much larger, universal order, and that everything that happens in life, good or bad, is ultimately connected to this greater flow of nature. Imagine the sense of freedom that comes from realizing that despite all the challenges you face, everything is unfolding exactly as it should. This is the essence of living in harmony with fate. The Stoics didn't suggest that we should simply accept everything without question, but rather that we should accept what happens with understanding, knowing that some things are beyond our control. Picture for a moment that you are a leaf floating down a stream. The water, representing fate, carries you gently, sometimes speeding up, sometimes slowing down, but always moving forward. As the leaf, your job isn't to fight against the current, but to trust that the flow will guide you where you need to go. This is the Stoic perspective on fate. They didn't see it as something to be feared, but something to be embraced. In fact, the Stoics believed that when we accept the natural flow of events, we find peace because we are no longer fighting against life's currents. This doesn't mean we don't act or strive. It means we recognize that we cannot control everything, and that's okay. Take a deep breath now, feeling the gentle rise and fall of your chest. Imagine yourself like that leaf, floating along with the current, feeling the ease of simply being carried along. You don't need to know exactly where the stream is taking you. You just need to trust that it will guide you in its own time to where you need to be. Think about the parts of your life that feel uncertain right now. Maybe it's something in your work, your relationships, or a personal goal. The Stoics would tell you that instead of fighting or worrying about it, you can find peace by accepting the uncertainty and trusting that everything is unfolding as it should. Remember, you can control how you respond, but the external world will always have its flow. In embracing that, you free yourself from the anxiety of trying to control everything. As you relax deeper, think about this acceptance. What would it feel like to let go of the constant need for certainty and control? What if you could simply trust that things would unfold in their own time, and that you are exactly where you need to be right now? Let this thought sink in with each breath. You don't need to force things, rush through life, or stress about the future. Right now, you can be at peace, knowing that the currents of life are guiding you, even if you can't see where they are taking you just yet. The Stoics weren't advocating for passivity. They understood that while fate has its course, we still have the power to make decisions, to act, and to engage with the world around us. But they also knew that we can't control everything. Some things are simply outside our reach, and trying to control them only leads to frustration and anxiety. So, tonight, as you settle into sleep, think about the things in your life that you're trying to control too tightly. Are there situations where you're struggling to make things go a certain way? where you're feeling frustrated because things aren't happening on your timeline? If so, this is your opportunity to let go. Imagine releasing that tight grip, just like you might release your fists after holding them for too long. Feel the relaxation and freedom that comes with letting go of the need to control. In this moment, you can simply rest in the knowledge that life is unfolding as it should. There's no need to force anything, and no need to stress about what comes next. Trust that you are where you need to be. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, the greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Skillful pilots gain their reputation from storms and tempests. The idea here is that, while we cannot control the storms of life, we can control how we respond to them. It's in our reactions that our true strength lies. So tonight, as you rest, know that you can face tomorrow's challenges with that same calmness. You don't need to have everything figured out right now. Instead, trust in the process, knowing that whatever comes will be an opportunity for growth, learning, and progress. Take another deep breath, and with each exhale, let go of any remaining tension or worry. Trust that the flow of life will guide you, that you are not alone in this journey, and that everything, no matter how uncertain it may seem, is unfolding as it should. Feel yourself gently drifting, like the leaf carried along by the current, with no need to rush, no need to fight against the flow. Everything will happen in its own time, and with that understanding there is peace. There's freedom in letting go of the need to control. The Stoics knew this well. They understood that by accepting what we cannot change, we open ourselves up to a deeper sense of calm and contentment. Life will always have its ups and downs, its twists and turns, but by embracing the flow, we find peace in the present moment. And right now, as you lie here, you are exactly where you need to be. Let that thought rest with you as you drift deeper into sleep. There's nothing more to do. There's nothing more to worry about. Everything is unfolding just as it should. You are part of the flow, part of the grand, natural order of things. And with that, you can rest peacefully, knowing that you are right where you belong. As you continue to sink deeper into relaxation, let's explore another vital principle that the Stoics held dear, the serenity of solitude. In a world that is constantly connected, constantly noisy, it can sometimes feel impossible to find true peace in being alone. But the Stoics understood that solitude, far from being something to be avoided, is an essential part of a balanced life. They saw it as a time for introspection, for self-reflection, and for reconnecting with one's inner self. Imagine, for a moment, the quiet solitude of a peaceful garden, the sound of birds singing, the rustling of leaves in the breeze, the distant hum of life. But in this moment, you are alone, centered, and at peace with yourself. There is no need for external validation, no need to rush or worry. You are simply present, simply being. This is the kind of solitude the Stoics embraced. It's not about isolation or loneliness. It's about finding peace within yourself. Think about how often you spend your days surrounded by noise, whether it's the hum of traffic, the chatter of co-workers, or the constant buzz of your phone. These external distractions can often leave us feeling scattered, disconnected from ourselves. But solitude offers something different. It offers a chance to reconnect with your true self, to listen to your thoughts and your body, and to simply be. In solitude, there is no need to impress anyone, no need to meet anyone's expectations. There's only the space to be fully, authentically yourself. The Stoics didn't see solitude as something to fear or resist. Instead, they saw it as a place of strength, a space where you could find clarity, wisdom, and peace. Marcus Aurelius, in his writings, often took time to retreat from the hustle and bustle of his emperor duties to be alone with his thoughts, reflecting on his actions and considering how he could live more virtuously. This time of solitude wasn't about escaping from his responsibilities, but about recharging and realigning himself with his deeper values. In fact, solitude allowed him to be more effective in his work and more present in his relationships. Now, as you lie here, you have the perfect opportunity to embrace this kind of solitude. Your mind and body are both yearning for rest, and in this moment, you can give yourself the gift of complete solitude, free from external pressures, free from distractions, and free from the need to be anything other than what you are. Think about the power of this space. It's not about running away from life, but about recharging so that you can fully engage with the world from a place of inner peace. In solitude, you learn to appreciate your own company, to trust that you are enough, just as you are. So, tonight, as you relax, allow yourself to embrace this solitude with gratitude. You don't need to fill every moment with activity or distraction. Simply be. Allow your thoughts to come and go without judgment. Recognize that in this quiet, you are reconnecting with yourself, finding the peace that lies beneath the surface of your busy life. The Stoics believed that when you are comfortable in your own company, you are less dependent on external sources of happiness or validation. You become your own source of peace. When you're able to sit quietly with yourself, free from the noise and distractions of the world, you begin to realize that all the answers you seek are already within you. Solitude gives you the space to reflect, to recharge, and to reconnect with your inner wisdom. Take a deep breath now, allowing the quiet of the night to settle deeper into your being. In this solitude, you don't need to be anywhere or do anything. You can simply rest in the knowing that you are enough. As you continue to relax, remember that solitude doesn't need to be long or isolating. It's a moment you can return to whenever you need to recharge. It's a practice, a chance to find balance amidst the chaos of life. Think about how you can carry this sense of peaceful solitude with you, even in the busiest moments of your day. You don't have to be alone to experience this inner peace. You can find it within, regardless of what's happening around you. As you lie here, allowing your body to settle into the comfort of your bed, remember that solitude is a gift you can give yourself, and is a necessary part of your mental and emotional well-being. When you allow yourself this quiet time, you're better able to connect with your true self and approach the world from a place of calmness and strength. Imagine waking up tomorrow, refreshed and at ease, knowing that you've given yourself the time and space to rest and recharge. You are ready to face whatever comes your way because, in this moment, you have embraced the solitude that is essential to your peace. There's no need to rush, no need to fill every moment with activity. You have everything you need within you, and when you take the time to reconnect with yourself, you can approach the world with clarity and purpose. Let the peace of solitude settle deeply into your body and mind now. Feel the quiet strength that comes from being alone with your thoughts, and trust that this solitude will help guide you toward your best self. And as you prepare for sleep, carry with you the peaceful understanding that you can always return to this quiet space anytime you need to. Solitude isn't something to fear, it's something to cherish, because it is in those quiet moments that you find the greatest peace. Rest now in the peace of solitude, knowing that you are complete, just as you are. Let yourself drift deeper into sleep, knowing that in this quiet, you are reconnecting with your deepest, truest self. As you continue to rest in the peace of this quiet moment, Let's turn our attention to the comforting and grounding power of routine. The Stoics believed deeply in the importance of structure and habit in our lives. While many of us might think of routine as mundane or restrictive, the Stoics understood it differently. They saw it as a foundation for peace and focus. Routine doesn't mean a rigid, joyless schedule. It's about creating a structure that supports your well-being, aligns with your values, and allows you to approach each day with calm purpose. Imagine for a moment that your life is like a house, and routine is the framework that holds everything in place. Without a solid framework, the house would be unstable, but with routine, each part of your day flows naturally, without excessive effort or confusion. The Stoics themselves were masters of routine. Marcus Aurelius, despite being the emperor of Rome, adhered to a disciplined daily schedule that allowed him to reflect, exercise, read, and write. His routine gave him the space to fulfill his duties without losing his sense of self or inner peace. In fact, it was in these routines, these small, mindful habits, that the Stoics found much of their strength. You too can find strength in your own routines, especially when you use them to prioritize rest, reflection, and relaxation. Tonight, as you rest, think about the routines in your life. What rituals do you already have that help you feel grounded and at ease? Maybe it's the way you end your day, perhaps. You take a few moments to unwind. Maybe you read or meditate or simply reflect on the day's events. These routines, however small they may seem, are an opportunity to connect with yourself and find peace before the busyness of the day takes over. Just as the Stoics embraced routine to create structure and clarity, you can create a rhythm in your life that supports your well-being. When you make space for restful habits, whether it's a mindful evening routine or a consistent sleep schedule, you allow your body and mind to find balance and rejuvenation. You're not just going through the motions. You're consciously creating a structure that helps you rest, recharge, and reset. As you lie here, consider how a well-established routine could help you feel more centered in your daily life. It doesn't need to be perfect or rigid. It simply needs to be supportive. What could your routine look like if it included practices that nourish your mind and body? Maybe you could carve out time for reading or journaling before bed. Perhaps you could implement a moment of meditation to calm your thoughts, or create a gentle ritual that signals to your body that it's time to wind down. A well-crafted routine can be a form of self-care, a commitment to your mental and physical health. Think about how beneficial it would feel to have a rhythm that flows through your day, bringing you moments of rest and clarity. A Stoic-inspired routine isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about giving yourself the space to rest and reflect, to restore balance amidst the chaos of life. Just as the Stoics built their days around meaningful habits that brought them peace, you can cultivate your own routine that supports your well-being. Perhaps it's as simple as dedicating time to rest, taking care of your body through gentle movement or nourishment, or making time for quiet reflection at the end of each day. The beauty of routine is that it's a flexible framework, something that serves you, and not something that confines you. The Stoics found comfort in knowing that their routines kept them grounded, and that each day followed a rhythm that brought them closer to inner peace. You can do the same. And tonight, as you sink into sleep, remember that tomorrow is a new opportunity to nurture that routine. You can begin each day with intention, starting with the simple act of caring for your body and mind through the rhythms you create. As you rest, feel the gentle embrace of knowing that routines, whether big or small, offer a sense of stability, allowing you to approach each day with calmness and clarity. Even the simple act of going to sleep at the same time each night is part of this routine, allowing your body to find a rhythm that promotes rest and rejuvenation. Imagine the ease you would feel knowing that each day has a built-in structure, one that supports your physical and emotional health. No need to rush through life. No need to push yourself past your limits. Just the comforting rhythm of a routine that brings balance, rest, and peace. Take a moment now to reflect on your routine, or perhaps to imagine a new routine that could bring you more peace and relaxation. There's no need to make huge changes. Sometimes the smallest adjustments are the ones that make the biggest impact. Think of your routine as a way to nurture your well-being, a gift that you give yourself each day. The Stoics believed that peace came from within, and by cultivating habits and routines that support our inner balance, we invite that peace into our lives. As you continue to breathe deeply, feel the peace that comes from knowing you are in control of your routine, and that it can serve your well-being in gentle, thoughtful ways. You don't need to fill every moment with activity. Instead, create a routine that honors rest, reflection, and the natural rhythms of your body. When you approach your days with intention, you'll find that life flows more smoothly, with less stress and more peace. And tonight, as you rest, know that you are giving yourself the space to recharge, to rest, and to prepare for the day ahead. This routine, these gentle rhythms, will serve you well. Sleep now, knowing that you are nurturing yourself in every way possible. Tomorrow, the rhythm of your day will continue, but tonight, it is time to rest. As you settle even deeper into the comfort of your bed, with each breath slowing and your muscles softening, let's reflect on the peaceful end to this journey of Stoic wisdom. We've explored many ideas that can guide you through the stresses and challenges of life. But now, as we near the end of this narrative, let's bring everything together. The Stoics, in their teachings, offered us the key to a peaceful and purposeful life. They reminded us that peace doesn't come from external circumstances, but from our internal responses to those circumstances. And it's this inner peace that allows us to rest fully, to let go of the tensions of the day, and to prepare for tomorrow with a sense of calm and clarity. Take a moment now to think about everything we've discussed tonight: the power of being present, the importance of self-compassion, the wisdom in facing adversity with calm, and the beauty of embracing your natural rhythm. All of these ideas work together to help you find peace, not just in the quiet of this moment, but in every moment of your life. Each Stoic lesson is a building block that, when applied, creates a sense of balance and tranquility within you. You are learning to live in harmony with what you can control and to accept what you cannot. You are learning to let go of the pressure to be perfect and to embrace the quiet power of self-compassion. You are learning to navigate life's challenges with resilience and calm, knowing that adversity is not a threat, but an opportunity for growth. And you are learning to find peace in the stillness, in the gentle rhythm of your daily routine, and in the natural process of rest. As you lie here, with the day's worries slipping away, know that you are embracing the Stoic principle of living according to nature. You're honoring the natural flow of life, and you are allowing yourself the rest and rejuvenation that you need. This is the final piece of the puzzle, the understanding that rest, like all other aspects of life, is part of a greater natural process. Sleep is not an escape, but a necessary, restorative part of life's rhythm. The Stoics believed that every part of our existence is interconnected, that each moment, each experience, each breath plays a role in the grand design of life. And when you accept this, when you allow yourself to rest and trust in the process of sleep, You are aligning yourself with the natural flow of things. You are surrendering to the rhythm of the universe, knowing that each night, sleep offers you the chance to reset and recharge, just as each new day brings with it the opportunity to start fresh. Now, as you prepare to drift off into sleep, reflect on the peace you've cultivated tonight. Feel the weight of your body sinking deeper into the mattress, the comfort of the blankets wrapping around you like a gentle embrace. You've spent this time nurturing your body and mind, giving yourself the space to let go of stress and find peace. There's no rush. There's no need to do anything else. Right now, the only thing that matters is the gentle rhythm of your breath, the stillness of your body, and the peaceful quiet of your mind. In this moment, you are enough. You don't need to prove anything, and there's nothing more to do. All the lessons you've learned tonight, the importance of living in harmony with the present moment, the wisdom of accepting what you can't control, the power of self-compassion, and the peace found in quiet solitude are all available to you whenever you need them. As you drift deeper into rest, trust that you are aligned with the natural rhythm of life. Sleep will come easily to you because you've given yourself permission to surrender to the process. The Stoics understood that true peace comes from embracing life's natural flow, accepting the highs and lows, the moments of calm and the moments of challenge. They knew that by living with intention, by focusing on what we can control and accepting what we cannot, we can create a life of tranquility, no matter the circumstances. And tonight, as you rest, you are living that truth. Take one final deep breath, letting the cool air fill your lungs, and as you exhale, feel the last traces of tension leave your body. Let go of any lingering thoughts. There's nothing left to do but rest. You have done everything you need to do today. You've learned, you've reflected, and now it's time to rest and rejuvenate. Sleep is your reward, and tomorrow will come when it's time. As you slip deeper into peaceful slumber, know that you are exactly where you need to be. All that matters is the present moment, the calm, the quiet, the peace. Let this be your final thought as you drift off. Everything is as it should be. You are enough, and you are at peace. Sweet dreams, and may you awaken refreshed, ready to embrace the day with the same calm strength that you have cultivated tonight.